Talking about objectives of epidemiological studies, there are two. One is external validity, that is defined as the extent to which the results of a study can be generalized. Okay, estimate, that's generalizable. External. Estimate, that's generalizable. This is an easy way to memorize external validity. Then moving on to internal validity. Internal validity. This is basically to obtain an accurate estimate. To obtain an accurate estimate of disease frequency and effect of exposure on health outcomes. So basically what I want to emphasize, and reiterating the same fact which I told you earlier, that internal gives us an accurate estimate. Internal validity. Now, time to understand one extremely important thing, that I am talking about validity a lot. Often a question is asked in your BCBR exam that what does validity in research refers to? So validity in research refers to the degree to which the results accurately reflect the concept being studied. Now this includes both external validity, which means how well the results can be generalized, which I told you earlier, and again talking about internal validity to make this concept ironed out in your memory. Internal validity, which means how well the study was conducted. Now talking about some extremely important points regarding external and internal validity, because in BCBR exam a lot of questions are asked regarding the same. First of all, if a study is not internally valid, if a study is not internally valid, then it cannot be generalized. Extremely important. This is very commonly asked question in your exams or BCBR. And however, if a study is internally valid, it may or may not, may or may not be generalized. It is not that if it is internally valid, it is not necessary that it will be generalized. This is extremely important. If a study is not internally valid, then it will obviously cannot be generalized. But if it is internally valid, then it may or may not be generalized. Okay. Then another important point here which you need to take into account is taking a true representative sample. If you take a true representative sample, taking a true representative sample of the population, what does it do? Does it improve the external or the internal validity? Whoever said the correct answer, I'm proud of you. Congratulations, you know the topic thoroughly. The answer to this is taking a true representative sample of the population is basically improves external validity. This is very important. It improves the external validity because it ensures that the findings can be generalized to the broader population. Then another important thing I'll be telling you right now is eliminating extraneous factors. How is internal validity improved? By eliminating extraneous factors then collecting detailed information on confounding factors. If you can recreate, I told you confounding is one variable which affects both the exposure as well as the outcome. So both these two, eliminating extraneous factor and collecting detailed information on confounding factors, this basically improves internal validity. So validity is basically the degree to which a tool or instrument measures what it is intended to. This I have told you. Then talking about reliability. Reliability is the consistency or repeatability. Consistency or repeatability. Repeatability of measurements or test results. Reliability. Consistency or repeatability of measurements or study results. Then feasibility basically means how practical a study is. Feasibility. How practical or achievable a study method is required considering time, resources and logistics. Most important for recruitment. Feasibility. This is very commonly asked in your MCQs. Feasibility is the most important factor for recruitment. Then after that, I am talking about precision. Precision, also known as reliability or repeatability, this basically means the consistency and reproducibility of a test. Consistency and reproducibility of test. Basically we can talk it is the absence of random variation in a test. Absence of random variation in a test. Random error decreases. This is what you need to memorize. Random error or RE decreases precision. And if precision is increased precision decreases obviously standard deviation, because then you would not have a deviation because the results are very accurate. And it also increases the power of a study. The power of a study is 1 minus beta. Okay, fine. How close an estimate is to the true value of population parameter. How narrow the confidence interval is around the estimate. Higher precision means a smaller margin of error. Then talking about two extremely common terms, accuracy of a test, accuracy or validity. It is one and the same. The closeness of test results. The closeness of test results to the true value. Closeness of test results to the true value. The absence of systematic error or bias in the test. It is the absence of bias or systematic error. Bias also known as systematic error. Reliability, I told you, consistency or repeatability of measurements, and consistency is similar to reliability. Bye.